They say time heals everything. But what if time runs out before you say the words you were meant to say? Sometimes we get so busy chasing life that we forget the ones who gave us life. And then one day, the phone rings. You look at the screen and you whisper, "I'll call back." But by the time you do, it's too late. This is The Last Voicemail, a story about love, regret, and the silence that follows when we wait too long to listen. If I had known that the last time my mother called me would be the last time I'd ever hear her voice, I swear I wouldn't have let it go to voicemail. But I was too busy chasing a life I thought would make her proud. I didn't know pride dies quietly when regret begins to live. My name is Claire, and this is the story I wish I could go back and rewrite just once. People talk about success like it's the greatest thing in the world, but they never tell you about the noise that comes with it, the noise that drowns out the voices that once kept you alive. I grew up in a small house with thin walls. You could hear the neighbors arguing every night, but somehow my mother's voice always sounded softer than all the noise outside. She was a single mother, strong, but not the kind that shows it off, the kind that quietly breaks at night and still wakes up before dawn to cook your breakfast. She used to say, "Claire, when you finally make it, promise me you won't forget the sound of home." And I'd laugh and say, "I promise, Mom." But promises are like soap bubbles, shiny, fragile, beautiful, and gone too soon. When I got a scholarship to study abroad, she was the happiest woman alive. She sold everything she had, even her wedding ring, just to buy me a laptop and a one-way ticket. I still remember her hands shaking when she gave me that envelope. "Go, my daughter," she said. "Make me proud." I hugged her tight. I didn't know that hug would become the last warmth I'd ever feel from her again. At first, I called her every day, then every week, then once a month, and eventually only when I needed something. I told myself I was just busy, but busy is a dangerous word. It sounds productive, but it hides neglect behind pretty excuses. Then came that morning. My phone rang while I was getting ready for a meeting. It was Mom. I smiled when I saw her name, but then I looked at the time and whispered, "I'll call her back after the meeting." That meeting lasted 2 hours. Her life ended one. She collapsed in the kitchen right beside the pot she was using to make her favorite stew. By the time the neighbors got her to the hospital, she was gone. Just like that. When I got the call, I couldn't breathe. The world kept moving. Cars, people, laughter. But inside me, everything stopped. I took the next flight home. When I entered our house, everything looked exactly the same. Her slippers by the door, her glasses on the table, her favorite scarf on the chair. And then my aunt handed me her phone. She said, "She left you something." I looked at the phone, one unread voicemail. I pressed play, and there it was. Her voice. "Claire, it's Mom. I didn't want to disturb you. I just wanted to say I made your favorite soup today. I kept some in the freezer for when you visit. Don't forget to eat, okay? You work too hard. I love you, my daughter. Always proud of you." That was it. No goodbye. Just love. Simple, quiet, uncomplicated love. And I broke. Right there on the floor, holding that phone like it was her hand. She never asked me for anything. Not money, not gifts, not fame. All she ever wanted was me, my voice, my time. And that I never gave. After her burial, I stayed in that house for weeks. I'd walk through every room like I was chasing her ghost. Sometimes I'd talk out loud, pretending she was there, smiling like she used to. One night, I found her notebook under her pillow, pages filled with her handwriting. She had written prayers for me. "Lord, keep my daughter safe. Help her remember where she came from. Even if I'm gone, let her know I'm proud." I cried until my eyes burned. It's been 2 years now. Every Sunday morning, before I start my week, I play that voicemail, just to remind myself what real love sounds like. And every time I hear her voice, I whisper back, "Mom, I'm sorry. Thank you. I finally understand the sound of home." If you still have someone who loves you, call them. Not later, not tomorrow, now. Because sometimes the last call comes while you're too busy to answer. Thank you for listening to this story. If it touched your heart even a little, please don't leave without liking, commenting, and following. Your support means more than you imagine. Tell me in the comments, who would you call today if you could? Bye for now.